I'm going to take a shot on this one.
I'm going to say beer.
I'm buying everybody around on this. Oh my God.
Coach. But the team we mentioned last night, Anaheim, their rebuild is the most under the radar story. I'll start it. I'll go. Yeah. Cheers. Buying everybody around. Nobody's talking about Anaheim being in a full rebuild and in third place right now. And they're not showing signs of slowing down. They got their franchise pieces in place. John Gibson is bailing them out. We talk about the Rangers getting bailed out. John Gibson's very much bailing them out. 12 times he's been named the 3-star of the game. And Anaheim looks like they're heading in the right direction. Kevin Shattenkirk, good for him. He's found a home. Second in the league in defenseman scoring. Anthony.
I'm going round.
Okay.
I think they've always had the great goalie in place, John Gibson. John Gibson is a very good goaltender. He was just never like a pitcher. He never got the run support. He's really good. Ryan Getzlaf has 11 points. I mean, that
He leads the team in shots on goals too.
Yeah, for an older guy, he's kind of having a resurgence here. Drysdale's been good. Zegras has been good. And Troy Terry, he came up with some fanfare, a couple of years ago, and then the guys like Zegras and Drysdale kind of like surpassed them in all the talk. But him and Sam Steele was supposed to be the next best thing. And Terry's starting to put it together here. He's been fantastic for them. So you're right. I think they are under the radar. And listen, when you have a good goaltender, the sky is the limit. So if Gibson can play well and Terry, Getzlaf, Drysdale, Zegras, they all keep, providing offense. A veteran like Henrique is having a pretty good year. So they have all the ingredients. It's just a matter of if it's, kind of like the Cinderella story is going to run out and time's going to, strike midnight in March. But if you're a Ducks fan, you got to be pleased what you've seen so far.
Look,
I am going to go beer because there is another story that is actually just as, if not more impressive. You want to take a guess at who it is? They're second in their division. And you would
the Los Angeles Kings.
Nope. We've talked about them before.
I'm actually drawing a blank on it at the moment.
The Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Second in their division in what is supposed to be a really, really tough division. And you have Lucas Raymond, who at 19 years old, 20 years old, is going to probably be either a Calder winner or at the very least a Calder finalist. You also have Moritz Seider, who is just under a point per game as a rookie defenseman. Vladimir Nemesnikov, after last night, has 7 goals. Dylan Larkin is just under a point per game with 9 in 10 games. Filip Hronek is continuing to put up points. Robbie Fabry looks like he might be an NHL player. Pia Suter has been a real good addition to them. Sam Gagner still continues to get points, just played in his 900th career game. I mean, they do not have a good roster. I would say Anaheim has a better roster than them. Tyler Bertuzzi's over a point per game. Yeah, Tyler Bertuzzi is over a point per game right now. So, honestly, I got to go with Detroit if you're talking about the most under the radar story. It's Detroit. And
can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Do you think a team run by a Hall of Famer that has been in a rebuild for years with 2 of the best rookies in the league in a major market with a goalie that was an outcast from a team that is right now the number 1 or number 2 team in the league, that's going to be an under radar?
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody's talking about them. Who? Tell me who's talking about them.
You know what? The proof is that I couldn't guess it right away. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Neither of you guys could guess that answer. So that actually proves the point that I'm making here. And I tell you right now, if this continues and you look at the standings, Florida's got 21 points. The Rangers and the Devils gave them their first 2 regulation losses. Detroit might have played more games too than Tampa Bay, so they're 14 as opposed to their 12, and they have only one more point. But they took Tampa Bay to their limit in the game that they played against Tampa Bay. They've got one more point than Toronto and one more game played. I know Boston's 4 points behind. They've played 3 less games, so you know what? You can't rule out Boston, but Buffalo, Ottawa, Montreal, I don't think they're going to catch Detroit. And if Detroit keeps continuing to get the production that they're getting from guys like Raymond and Seider, which technically it is possible to a point, they could stay there for a bit and even compete for a while.
Rich, to answer your comment, not just Phil, me too. Anthony loves being right. He just doesn't wear it on his sleeve as much as me and John do.
I don't have any. I have short sleeves, but yeah, I do like it.
Yeah, I mean, I got the room, but I got these guns. But so
Never
all right, our last one of the day is Carey Price returning can save the Habs season. Anthony, start up.
I've always thought that he was a little overrated in some aspects, but he is a world-class goalie. I'll give him that, and I think him returning will help Montreal. But I'm gonna go shot only because now I always said, like in the beginning of the seasons, referencing the Islanders after those 2 games and some other teams, like 5 games or so, or it's real early. But Montreal is getting to the point now where they're falling too far behind, and the parity in this league with teams in their division are always going to be playing each other, picking up points for the teams that they're trailing. I don't know if they're going to be able to make up the ground just on that alone. And also too, Jake Allen is third in shutouts with 2 behind Sorokin and Markstrom. So Jake Allen hasn't even been the issue. So it's not like Price is going to be the white knight coming in and taking back the crease. Allen's been formidable. So I'm going shot. I think for the morale of the team, having Carey Price back will be good, and the feel good story. He did the right thing. He was brave. He came out, needed help, and he got it, and he'll be returning. I think that's going to be a good story for them. I just don't know. I just don't know if they're going to be able to make up the ground that they lost unless some teams seriously fall apart.
Phil?
Yeah, I'm saying a shot here because one, it's not going to help their offense, which I believe they are second or third last. They're second last in the league. Only Arizona scored less goals than Montreal. Montreal is 28. Arizona has 19. And if you look at their roster up and down, Nick Suzuki with 12 points in 14 games is pretty good. But the rest of their scoring, Tyler Toffoli, 3 goals, 7 points in 14 games. Jonathan Drouin having a decent year, 7 points in 11 games, 2 goals. Josh Anderson, 3 goals, 6 points in 14 games. Definitely not living up to that near $6 million cap hit that he has. Mike Hoffman, they brought him in for goal scoring. He has only 4 in 11 games. And Christian Dvorak, 1 goal, 5 points in 14 games. Not nearly enough for him. Brendan Gallagher, 2 goals, 5 points, 13 games. They need more out of their forwards. They need more from their scoring. They were supposed to have some depth. The depth is not working. Unless that turns it around, Carey Price is not really going to help save the season because he can't score goals for them. So I'm saying shot here.
I'm going to go shot too. It's not anything against Carey Price. And by the way, I kind of have that similar feeling that Anthony was echoing. But there is going to be a little bit of a emotional lift for this team, especially when he comes back. Don't be surprised if they get off to a good start with him, maybe even turn their offense around a little bit. But this team has got so many other problems. It's not even on Carey Price. And who knows, maybe he could steal a few games. It helps for the playoffs when you could steal a few games, because then you could steal a game, win a series, move on. Regular season is a lot tougher to do that because there's always another game. There's always another one to play. So, no, sorry, it's not going to be Carey Price doing that. Although, again, by the way, no, it's not Radek Dvorak's son. I wondered that for years if Christian Dvorak was Radek Dvorak's son because he did play for Team USA. But nope, They're not related.
No.
And a matter of fact, we just commented that in.
Yeah, that was.
But again, you know what, Granny, you're right about this. You know, hey, all credit to Carey Price. This has been a long journey, and you know what, he came back and he came back strong. So hopefully he'll be all right. But we're gonna ask, what do you guys think about everything that we just went over? We went over a lot today, but yeah, because we jam-packed the show. Ryan Lundberg, do you think he should have gotten a penalty at all? Or Leon Draisaitl get a challenge Connor McDavid for most points in the league? Can Edmonton succeed with that goaltending? Is Travis Green on the hot seat? Barclay Goodrow, it's number one line player. And speaking of number two centers, is Brock Nelson the number two center for Team USA? Throw it all down in the comments below. If you like that video, we got a lot more. So check out any of these that are right over here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Your ideas are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter.